And for me, this is one of my favorites, online table move. When 12.2 release was out and this feature was out, I was very relieved because before of that, every time I want to move a table in an online way, I had to use DBMS redefinition, which is a much more complex way. It still works, it use cases, but now with online table move, people are usually using this method to move tables. So how do we use it? You run the command alter table move with this online clause. Okay, if you want to run it in parallel, you can put move online clause and also add parallel and the degree of parallelism you want after the parallel keyword. The reindex will remain valid during the online move operation, and you can optionally change them as part of the alter table move online command. So here in this example, we are also updating the index, putting in a new table space. And the same applies for lob segments. You can also rebuild or move the lob segments if you want. Another thing you can do with online table move is to compress a table on the fly or uncompress it. So in the first example here, we see that we are adding the compress advanced clause. And on the example below, we are removing the compression for that table. Okay, so table move is not all that beauty. One of the problems of tabling when you move a table is that it will invalidate all the statics because the blocks and the distribution of the rows will change. So the statics must be updated. Also, the row ID will change. So if you have queries that are based on row ID, you need to take care about it. And also you need some free space. How much free space do you need? It depends a lot. If you are uncompressing a table, it will need much more space that you had before. If you're compressing, is the lower, you will need a lower space. So it depends a lot also in how this table is sparse or not in your disk. So let's see online table move demo here. Here we have this lots of data table. And as you can see here, it's not compressed. So what I did is I triggered a table move online, adding compression to this table. Now in another session, I insert some data on this table just to show you that you can still keep working on that table while we are doing the online move. And also I can run parallel SQL statements against this table. This is also supported. And after some time, finally, the table is moved, and as you can see now, it's compressed. We can also use the online table move to partition an unpartitioned table. So we can partition a table on the fly with this feature. It does not work for already partitioned table. Actually, if you want to modify a partition schema, this feature was out after 18C, not 12.2, so you can modify from range partitioning to hash partitioning. But if you are still in a 12.2 database, what you need to do is, in this case, is still to use DBMS redefinition. So let's see an example of online convert to partition table. So here again, we have the lots of data table, which has no partitions inside. Now I'm modifying this table to do by hash partitioning. And again, it's online. I'm also updating the global index. Now in another session, I start inserting some data on this table to show that this is fully supported. And again, I can run parallel queries against this table. This is also supported. After some time, finally, our table got partitioned fully online without any disruption on the service. Actually, the only lock that happens in a table when you do this kind of online operation is in the final moment when the database changed some pointers inside in the dictionary to point where the new object is stored in the segments. But this is a very, very small, short, and fast lock, okay?